Lost Places, the exciting excursion into the history of Lanzarote. Eye to eye with the history of Lanzarote. Today, 17-kilometer round trip from the Jardin de Cactus into the history and culture of Lanzarote. On this exciting excursion we encounter three of the most important sources of income of Lanzarote before tourism discovered the island. Furthermore, we cross one of the most impressive coastal landscapes of the volcanic island. Our route starts directly at the tourist center, Jardin de Cactus, opened in 1990. The Cactus Garden, where 4,500 different species of cactus have been planted around the striking windmill, has been in existence since 1990 and is the last of the natural works of art that César Manrique created on Lanzarote. From here, the excursion takes us south up into the extensive opuntia fields. These well-known spoon cacti served as host plants for the breeding of the cochial scale insect, which was the most important economic factor of the region around Guartiza for a long time. This parasite has it all, in the truest sense of the word. The coveted dye E120 is produced from the female lice. It is better known as crimson, which is used in the textile and cosmetics industry for dyeing and has also been responsible for the bright red in Campari for a long time. Incidentally, a proud 100,000 cooked, dried and then ground females are needed to produce 1 kilogram of the red dye. Even today, wandering through the plantations, one recognizes the high value of this cultivation. Some former mansions are still witnesses of this era. Even if these lost places are now only ruins along the way. After about 1.5 kilometers on the coast, you reach the Salinas de la Caleta, or Los Agujeros. These imposing salt fields are still in operation today and are a reminder of the great importance that Lanzarote had for centuries in fishing. In order to preserve the freshly caught fish, huge quantities of salt were needed, which were extracted from the seawater at various places on Lanzarote. Apart from the large salinas at Playa Janubio, the smaller plant here near the village of Los Cocoteros is the only salt works still in operation today. The third agricultural discipline, typically Canarian and also widespread on Lanzarote, which we encountered on our excursion, is goat farming. Milk, cheese, but also the meat of the cabras are popular, and it is impossible to imagine the local supermarkets and weekly markets without them. After 3 hours of intensive encounter with the contemporary history of Lanzarote, we passed the quarry of Guartiza, which has cut deep aisles into the Tinamala volcano over the last centuries. The last 4 kilometers then lead from the petrol station in Guartiza directly back to Guartiza via a trail. Through this dreamy little village, past the Iglesia del Cristo de las Aguas, the church in the middle of the village. After 17.5 kilometers, you reach the Jardin de Cactus again. As a well-trained and persistent hiker, it took me 3 hours net, pure hiking time, and 4 hours gross, including photos, videos and breaks. If you want to take it a little easier, you should allow half an hour more for this tour with a total of 670 meters in altitude.
Discover Lanzarote is your chance to get closer to the real heart and authentic soul of Lanzarote. Away from the typically mainstream holiday makers and into the more intimate world of real insider tips. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel Discover Lanzarote. Our writers, photographers and organizers have all lived in Lanzarote for more than 15 years. They spend their daily work in direct contact with the volcanic island, and the special features that make Lanzarote the extraordinary destination it is for more than 3 million people a year. We are constantly expanding our video collection with exclusive tours, sites and routes. Subscribe now to our new YouTube channel Discover Lanzarote to get to know and experience the unique volcanic landscape of Lanzarote. Also tell us which sites you would like to see described in more detail. We look forward to your comments.